everyone. Welcome to the show. Today is Thursday, July 24th, and yesterday was the 23rd, and it was also the 8th anniversary of me and Marc getting married. So we've spent more years apart as man and wife than together, but we're going to make up for that once he gets home, hopefully soon. But I did get a couple weeks ago the final card from Marc from Yazoo, and if you've been watching the show, I've gotten tons of mementos and things from Marc over the years, and this is the final one. And he actually spent some time with the gentleman who made these in the deportation facility before he got deported to Mexico, so they spent their last couple days there. But he made this card, and it says Jodie Marc. You can't really see it because it's a embossed kind of thing. It's got the outline. It says Jodie Marc, and it's got little patterns. And inside, happy 8th anniversary. I love you more than ever. And he wrote, home soon. Thank you for believing in us. Long forever, your devoted husband, Marc. And so that's the final sweet Yazoo anniversary card, and of course little hearts on the stamps there, you know, it says USA forever. Not for him though, and also not for a lot of drug war prisoners who, as you may have heard in the news, are likely to start going home next year, with the Obama administration, or rather the Sentencing Commission, saying that drug offenses should be retroactive, the reduction of drug offenses. So Marc helped file some paperwork for people on the clemency that's been offered, and now there's this new reduction in sentencing that is going to be retroactive and apply to a lot of people who have been in prison for a long time. And it means almost half of all the U.S. drug war prisoners are going to go home in the next few years, and that's phenomenal and wonderful and very exciting. So it's good to know that a few people who are even in Yazoo with Marc and I, those families are going to get to see their loved ones come home sooner than expected. So I'm very pleased with that news. But we also, as I said, Marc and I celebrate our 8th anniversary, but it's also been another milestone today. It marks 2 weeks since Marc left Yazoo prison and was taken by U.S. Marshals or immigration agents to Louisiana, where he's been in the Tensas Parish Detention Facility for 2 weeks now. So he's sitting there waiting, but he did just get in touch with me and tell me that an ICE agent, and that's Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, an ICE agent came today to see him and had him sign some paperwork with information on it that I had sent that was needed. I mean, it's the bureaucratic nightmare. They tell you they need something, you send that, they need more, you send that, they need more. Things take time, but hopefully with Marc it won't take too much longer, because this is progress of some sort. So even though it's been 2 weeks, maybe it'll only be 2 weeks more, but we really don't know. We have no clue what day or when he'll be moved. So just stay tuned for updates at cannabisculture.com and my Twitter account too. Now, I have some other interesting news about the Liberal Party and my possible run. I'll be having another meeting here with the guys who want me to be a candidate. But I mentioned on my last show a lot of media was coming out about my possible run. And one of the most impressive and for me very flattering and exciting was to see our national print magazine. We have this magazine. It's kind of like Time, I guess. You know, it's U.S. Weekly or whatever those weekly publications are. This is Canada's version, MacLean's. And they have a few columnists, and one of them is named Colby Kosh, and he wrote a massive article column about me, and it's with a picture of me in front of the Free Mark sign there, and it's a page and a bit more of the 2 columns for the issue. And online, it was on the front page of the website as the top 3 story, and the headline was, I think it was, "Watch out for Jodie Emery," and the Conservatives have to really consider or take me seriously, I guess. So that was interesting. That's fun. It's really kind of unsettling almost to have Harper and the Conservatives being told that they need to watch out for somebody. So it's kind of like, oh, if they weren't watching before, they certainly are now. But we know that they're nervous. We know the Conservatives are nervous, because if you want to look at the polls, and I know it's kind of boring to look at statistics and stuff, but all we want to see here is blue going down and red going up, and that is what we see. From 2011 to now, the support for the Conservatives and the NDP has been dropping across every demographic, and support has been going up and like almost doubling across every demographic. And then when you look at across Canada, from when the election was, like, these are long years, these are many, many years. The orange line is the NDP getting a new leader, and the red line represents Trudeau becoming the leader of the Liberal Party. and support has been going up ever since. So the numbers show that across Canada, the Liberals are actually getting more and more support, and the others are losing support, except the Greens. The Greens are also gaining support because Elizabeth May is awesome, and she does a great job representing as the Green Party leader and member of Parliament. So I also wanted to show you guys, because the Liberals, I really want you to take them seriously on this issue. Marijuana legalization is not a fringe topic, and it really is something to be taken seriously, and we need to show our support because we do have the numbers. And the Liberal Party has been looking at this for a long time. So this is a printout of an online document you can easily find. It's 38 pages, and it's the legalization of marijuana, answering questions and developing a framework. This was done in January 2013. And it's the Liberal Party looking for ideas about what kind of system we should have. And that includes allowing people to grow their own at home, a limited amount for personal use, but also allowing for stores and getting rid of the criminal records of everybody for possession. I mean, there's a lot of very interesting things that the Liberal Party supports. So, of course, the number one job as an activist who wants to change a law is to get the lawmakers to change the law, and right now the Liberal Party has offered to change the laws. So we're throwing our support behind them with a campaign that we have these wonderful posters that say the Liberal Party wants to legalize marijuana. Help make it happen. Join the party at liberal.ca. And we also have a new banner up in our building. We'll hopefully get some more all over the place with the same message. And we bought the domain, liberalswilllegalize.ca, to build a website there for people to show their support, even if they don't necessarily become members, and I hope they do. But if they want to at least show their support and say this is something to care about once you get elected, once you run this country. Don't forget about us once you become the government. It is an issue of importance. And so we also have a wonderful clip, if you haven't seen it yet, on Pot TV's YouTube, put together with the graphics by Gary Wintle, but by animation with Marius of Cannabis Culture. You can check that out. It's a liberalswilllegalize.ca website sort of promo that you can find, and you might recognize the voiceover. I don't know, somebody in the office did it for free. So, but I want to see the Liberals form government. I want to see them win, and I'm really looking forward to supporting them in every which way. And I know politics is ugly and you can't really trust government. Trust me, I've been saying that forever, and I always will. But they are the ones that create the system we have to live under, whether we like it or not. Whether you have faith in the justice system or not, when you get arrested and you go to court and you go to jail, it doesn't matter whether you believe in that system or not, or if it's fair or not, you're still being governed by that system. So we have to get the government to change that system, and the best way is to get a party to support your idea, or to get into a party and make them support your idea, like many of the young Liberals and others have done. So anyway, political rant over, but you're going to hear a lot from me on that for quite a while, because for Marc and I, it's extremely important to stop the arrests of Canadians for pot. It's really, really important that that happens as soon as possible. So, we'll be talking about it a lot. And I want to say one more thing, just open your mind and consider stuff that you go, oh, wow, yeah, I didn't think about that. Just remember, as you watch the news, whether it's Syria or Libya years ago or wherever, there's bombs being dropped, there's guns shooting bullets, there's missiles. There's all sorts of horrible things happening around the world right now, particularly, of course, with Gaza under siege right now. So there's a lot of talk about war and fighting and killing and who's to blame and this and that. But just remember that every military weapon of war that is used is paid for by the taxpayer. Just remember that, because we don't get to choose really where our dollars go unless you support a party that promises to change where your dollars go. But every one of us is working as hard as we can to survive. Many people are struggling harder than others, and our income is taken from us by income tax and by many other forms of tax. And we're supposed to trust our politicians to use that money to serve us, not to serve the profit margins of companies that make weapons of war that are designed solely for the purpose of hurting and killing human beings. So that really bothers me. Marijuana legalization, that stuff is happening, but we need to talk about life and human beings and peace, because war is disgusting, war is evil, and only when it's absolutely necessary, when all means of diplomacy and negotiation have failed, should we dare send young men and women to kill and be killed. And we should never stand for the government spending billions of our tax dollars buying weapons of war whether that's job creation or not, it's death creation. It's destruction of life when our dollars are being spent on weapons that are meant to explode and hurt people. So I would just ask for you to contact whatever party, whatever government official you might want to reach out to, and just say, hey, with all this news about war, I don't care what side you're talking about, but I don't want my tax dollars used for weapons of war, so please think about that. And let's start looking at where our money is being spent, because I don't like that. I'd rather they build hospitals here than kill children over there. So, there's another little rant for you. Just bear in mind that the military-industrial complex, which does exist, depends on government money. And government money is your money. It's your work. It's your revenue from your labor being turned into taxes, being given to government, being given to the war weapons industry. So that sucks. War sucks. I hate war. There you go. And if you support me getting into office, I will definitely stand for this issue as well as many other issues. So there you go. Another rant over, but I feel very passionate about this because every day it gets uglier and worse, the news, and I just don't want to see any more killing. And I know a lot of people feel that way too, so share that message around, and let's get more people out of prison from the drug war. You should probably send a message to Obama asking him to please pardon all the drug offenders when you leave office, when that happens. So let's get some more progress going. Thanks for all you guys do. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to check out Cannabis Culture and Pot TV regularly for updates, and follow me on Twitter for all my rants about government taxes and all that fun, exciting stuff. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
The Liberal Party wants to legalize marijuana. Help make it happen. Join the party at liberal.ca.